Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Let's talk Harry and Meghan. It's been reported by People magazine that Prince Harry made a generous donation to a Nottingham charity. It's called HIMA, and it was an undisclosed amount, but the amount will help to fund 650 food parcels for the family in need in the city. This donation was made all the way back in January, but we're just now finding out about it. People magazine, though, is also reporting that Meghan was the one who donated first. When I saw that Meghan had donated, and I don't remember hearing about it before, I went and did a little research and I found a BBC article that the charity was kind of distancing itself from her to start with because of their trustees. And then after the Oprah interview, they came out and acknowledged that she had donated to them. And moving on, where I see that Meghan has posted on her business Instagram, and she seems to be teasing us with something. It seems as if she's gonna come out with a tea as a standalone, I'm guessing, or part of a larger collection. Not sure, never sure with Megan what she's planning, but whatever she's planning, I know it's going to be amazing. And also, we can see that with her personal Instagram, the last post that she made, it was under a microscope. Everybody had the most to write about it. And then they do some sort of poll trying to tell us that she's not popular. And then they set up talk show programs to talk about said poll.
But there are some people in this country who enjoy a little bit too much constantly criticising Harry and Meghan when they don't even live here anymore. Well, why are you polling this? They're not up for election. Do we need an opinion poll on Meghan Markle's popularity? Is this just another way of having a dig at her?
I mean, it is an interesting point because, of course, some of these royals on the poll are not working members of the royal family, so therefore, do we actually care?
They're not members of public interest. Yeah,
they are, I suppose, but look, the public are interested.
They are the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
So you see how they can't even keep their stories straight? The public is interested in them. Plus, they're saying they are the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but they can't use that same rationale to say they should get security, but they can use that rationale to keep justifying their fake polls. And of course, this woman is playing devil's advocate, but we've seen that same show before. I'm sure sometime in the future she'll be right back in line. So while they do these polls and endless analyzing of everything Harry and Meghan do, and especially Meghan, they try to paint this narrative to sit for history's sake that William and Kate are the ones that are popular. And we know that's all fake. They over there are not popular. And Graham Smith, who is closer to the issue, will tell us that right here.
We've just had an incredible week with the Royals and all the stuff, particularly on Monday for VE80. Why shouldn't that be part of our culture that we celebrate?
Well, I mean, some people do celebrate it and will celebrate it, but the vast majority of people are not interested in the monarchy. And we're seeing even this poll that's out today, even people like William and Kate, which will say, they're more popular than others. The tracking of the polling numbers is showing a decline over time, and that's been mapped across the whole of the monarchy. It's dropping, falling support over the last 10 years. The social survey, one of the biggest studies on this issue, has shown declining support over the last 10 years. And there are some polls that have put it down around 50%, some a little bit higher than that. But across all the polling, there's a steady trend of declining support and enthusiasm for it. I mean,
so in that recent appearance by Graham Smith, actually May 10th, you can hear him saying, and he said a lot more, but that was just part of what I took out. I could add that they are uninspiring and they just show up to do things that are minimal effort, like what they did here, christening the ship.
I have the pleasure to name this ship HMS Glasgow. May God bless her and all who sail her.
Even the bare minimum, they're unable to do well. If it was Meghan that had made that gaffe, would have 1,000 think pieces before she had even finished the sentence. And that is the reason why I even pay attention to them across the pond. Otherwise, I would not care about them. It would be up to the citizens of the UK and people like Graham Smith to talk about them, to state the obvious things that they have been getting away with for centuries now. And though I have to interact with content about Harry's in laws across the pond because of the reasons I mentioned, I still try to find ways to ignore them. But just like Glenn Close's character, where she said, I will not be ignored, they will not be ignored. We can clearly see now that whatever they're doing, it's not coincidental. Harry and Meghan set the pace, and they do everything to cosplay or follow whatever Harry and Meghan are doing. But those people across the pond should really turn their eyes on those left behinds over there, because they must see what unchecked power can do. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you like my content, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And talk to you soon. Bye.